To another episode of the You Only Live Once Life and Business Innovation Style. This is my book, Meditations, Yummy Conversations, and today I'm Hani, business coach and manifestation coach, where today we're going to be talking about how to manifest anything in 10 steps. So in the longest time, I've always dreamed about living the life that I live, having the love of my life in my life, having the type of travel and freedom that I have in my life right now. And I literally travel every single month at the moment, and even more than I actually want, and also having the type of relationships with my clients and work and my family in the way that I want, and my sister and my siblings and my greater community. So I thought that this would be an incredible opportunity to share that with you. And the biggest challenge when we don't know how to manifest things and we feel a little bit disempowered, when we have dreams that are beyond our imaginations and what most people call unrealistic, then we get a little bit discouraged and a little bit less hopeful. So when you are able to have control and know exactly what to do to create these manifestations, this is when you're able to attract them and allow them to be in your life and see it show up. So of course, this is a whole course and a whole book, but I'm going to condense them into 10 steps for you today. So step one, and this is always the step, is to define exactly what it is that you want. So whatever that is, a lot of people, and the biggest mistake that I see is you sometimes don't know exactly what it is that you want. And this happens all the time. Even in the meditation classes that I teach in my meditation online membership, a lot of people start off saying like, this is my desired outcome. And then after the meditation, they'll actually be like, you know what, that wasn't the real one. Actually, the deeper level and the deeper level and the deeper level, I realized that my outcome was actually something else. So for example, one person wanted to know which things to pick in order to do when she's overwhelmed in her day-to-day life. And she said she wants to be able to flow from one thing to another. And that was her desired outcome. And then at the end of the meditation, she said, you know what, actually, I realized that I needed to have more focus into my alignment. And I needed to know that to build towards that aligned vision, something like that. And so for you, what is it that you actually want? Is it in your day-to-day life? Is it something that you can manifest today? Is it a bigger manifestation? Is it like a love partner? Is it a work relationship? Is it a company relationship? Is it a house? Is it something material? Is it a feeling of feeling peaceful? Is it a feeling of harmony within your relationships and within your world? Is it a feeling of being safe? What is it? What specifically do you want to manifest? And you got to tell me and got to tell yourself what that is. Put it in the comments so we can see what all of us are manifesting. Step number 2 is make it into a positive statement. So this is something that I also train on, and we've realized after running so many different events, 40 over, that there's one way to really condense and bring down what it is that you want. And the 2 ways to describe this is one, a statement that can be described in 2 ways. One is I am blank, and the other one is I feel blank. So what you want to do is that just close your eyes and start thinking about, okay, if I have exactly what it is that I want, whether that's a partner, whether that is wealth, whether that is health, or whether that is something in your work, like what do I feel when I have that? So I feel into it, and I am a certain way. So being able to get all those and put that into a statement is step number 2. Step number 3 is identifying exactly what is stopping you, because the reason you don't have it in your life right now is probably because there are things that are stopping you that you might not know, or you might be very aware of what it is. It could be something like a personality trait that you have. Maybe it's this incessant worry that you have. Maybe it's something, in the past you've experienced the opposite of that outcome, and therefore that's hindering your confidence in getting it right now. Or maybe it's just so out of reach that you don't even know what the first step to take is. So is it a knowledge gap? Is it an emotional gap? Right? That confidence gap? Is it a physical gap? Are you physically not in the place that is allowing, that you believe you need to be in order to get that next level? What is it? So list down all the blocks that you have, and that's going to help you understand what are the blocks that are blocking you. And number 4 is to be able to learn how to remove that. So there's many techniques on this channel. There's 200 over at this point in videoing. And There's so many ways in which you can remove those blocks. You can either, take an action and reach out to someone, something practical, or you can do an emotional process to remove the emotional block, or you can do some other ways of things and figure out how you can remove each of those blocks. And maybe if that's too many, just pick one. Okay? So circle the one that you want to remove and see which block you can remove. All right, so number 5, dream and imagine it being done. So in our meditation today, it's called Manifest Anything, and you can find that on Insight Timer, or if you just join our group, we'll share that with you as well, or it should be a link somewhere in the group. It's being able to dream and imagine it being done. So imagine, using your imagination or drawing or writing, imagine whatever you have is already in your reality right now. And the power that this does is that it allows you to shed the fear of not having it and the anxiety and the concerns and the worry and being able to connect with now. If you cannot do that, don't worry. There's a lot of ways that you can do in order to get that. So be really honest with yourself if you can or you can't. And if you cannot, go back to the previous step and figure out what block is it that's blocking you from feeling that. Step number 6, release the resistance. And there's more and more along the way. So every step of the way in towards your manifested goal or the one that you want to manifest, there's going to be resistances every single step along the way. And that's normal because this is not something you're used to. If you already know how to deal with it, you would have dealt with it, right? And the fact that you don't know how to deal with it means that there are things that are going to come in your way and that they're going to block you. And so at this point, it's really to look at those things and to realize that this is normal. This is normal behavior. It doesn't have to be perfect, smooth journey. This journey will be full of blocks. And that's why we created a community around this so that we can all support each other around this, right? And the point is, do you realize and do accept that there are going to be blocks and you have to find a way, a mechanism, a habit to constantly remove these blocks on every single day, like on a daily basis. Number 7 is to breathe into that reality that you want every single day. So just closing your eyes and taking deep breaths into your stomach, into the bottom of your stomach. And really release whatever there is, right? And just really allow yourself to breathe into it. And number 8, you got to practice it daily so that this is how you're going to get this habit going. You can join our meditation online course, or you can join the membership, whatever it is, or you can just find a partner, find a friend, do it with them, do it yourself, whatever it is. Find a daily practice and stay accountable to it, because if you want to do this goal, you want to manifest it, then you have to put in the effort every single day. There's no day that is a rest day. And if you have one or you forget it, just go back to it and then it's okay. All right, number 9, you got to take action every single day. Even if it's a small action, even if it's just to breathe into it, it's still an action. But if you take bigger actions, you get bigger results. So take action every day, number 9, because if you don't do it, you're just going to stay exactly where you are. And number 10, it is to allow things to flow and allow things to happen. Allow opportunities to come. Say yes to things that you think are coming your way in this way. All right? So these are 10 steps to manifest exactly what you want, no matter where you are, no matter who you are, no matter how crazy it is. And I hope you enjoyed this. Comment below which step resonated with you the most or which one you're having trouble with. And tell me also, like, what kind of videos would help you create the life and the world and the business and the work that you desire, okay? This is Honey signing off. Talk to you soon. Subscribe, like, and I hear from you soon. Mwah.